But because she doesn't have it, she has to continue to struggle. She grimaces. She's trying to get it off her chest, panicking. She knows it's on camera. Imagine this is my demise. Imagine this is my last ever bench press workout. It's caught on film, the last time I'll ever bench again. I've watched this like 10 times and I can't get over it. And good thing she's wearing a mask. Heavens forbid she wasn't wearing a mask. I mean, would she be here with us? And so she's benching perhaps a 1 rep max. She can't lift it. It's too heavy. Ego lifting in the gym with no spotter. Weight comes crashing down on her face. And perhaps from wearing a mask for once actually saved someone. And so think of it. Without the mask, perhaps she would have chipped her tooth. And so I know I'm poking fun at her, but listen, this could have been very serious. And frankly, she's lucky she was born biological female. Imagine if it were a guy. Guys inherently, because they have more testosterone, they're larger, they can lift a lot heavier weights. And so with a heavier weight crushing down on your teeth, it's not good. Years ago at a Canadian powerlifting championship, this exact same thing happened. Weight came crushing down on a guy's face. He couldn't get it. Spotters couldn't react in time. Guy lost several teeth. And since that time, do you know what they invented? Safety bars on the side of the bench press so that if you can't lift the weight up, the weight won't come crushing down in your face or neck. And so I'm watching this video and I'm thinking, well, this woman, she's training alone. If she had a training partner, it'd been a lot better. But there is, in fact, one thing even better than a spotter. It's called a safety rack. And I'm looking at the bench press and notice there is one. It's legit right there. And you know what that's for? It's to prevent this from happening. But she didn't feel like using it. Oh, it's too much work. I'd have to set the bar up. I'd have to pull out the pin, raise it, and put the pin back. It's too much work. And so what you do is you set the safety rack up higher than your face so that if you can't lift the weight, it doesn't come crushing down on you. And so immediately it comes crushing down her face. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness I'm wearing a mask. But it's not over yet. She rolls the bar off her face, coming down on her neck. And if she stops there, it's not good. You've seen the UFC. You can literally cut off your blood supply and pass out. This you don't want to happen, and so you have to immediately get it off your neck. She's struggling harder than last time, trying to roll that bar away from her neck and onto her chest. And as she gets it onto her chest, it's not over yet. She still has to roll it down. Now, normally with the safety bar in place, you'd simply leave it on the bar and slip your way out. No problem, no injuries, safer than last time. But because she doesn't have it, she has to continue to struggle. She grimaces. She's trying to get it off her chest, panicking. She knows it's on camera. Imagine this is my demise. Imagine this is my last ever bench press workout. It's caught on film, the last time I'll ever bench again. Got a race, 25 minutes, time to take my pre-workout. I've already done GO2 max and so on. And so normally you could simply roll the bar off your chest and onto your stomach and stand up. I believe that was her intention here. But she wasn't aware there's a metal attachment on the safety bar preventing it from sliding forward. And so she's trying to press the bar forward, but it's being stopped. And so she begins to panic. Legs in the air, dangling around, twisting. What am I going to do? And so she doesn't know, she's panicking, and imagine the stress that's going on in her mind. Luckily, she thinks, I'm going to slide it off to the side. And so the one side of the bar, it's on the safety peg. It's being supported on that side. She rolls it over to the side and eventually is able to get up, hopefully unscathed. She was wearing a mask. I do believe she walked away 100% injury-free. I can't be sure, but I do think she is okay, and we'll be able to perform another set. And at one moment, it appears she's trying to reverse bench press it. Perhaps she watched Michael Hearn pressing 495. You can't bench with a pronate or overhand grip, perhaps supinate, and bench it with the underhand grip. Remember, Michael Hearn, 54 years old, 100% natural. He benched 495 pounds like this. And so let's go over to the comments section. What are people thinking of all this? I don't even have to say what the best part of the video was. Well, most certainly the fact that she was wearing a mask and was able to walk away scot-free. Had it not been for that mask, imagine what could have happened. After all, we all know the mask is the cure and solution to all world's problems. We did focus on the same part, didn't we? What? Eyeballs? Sad face looking up to the above comment thinking, what are you guys talking about? I'm not happy about this. Let's move on to the next comment. Is that what that emoticon means? I don't know. Eyeballs looking. Double eyeballs. That's a lot of eyeballs. Eyeballs everywhere. Best part for me was when the bar landed on her head. Think I know what yours was though. eyeballs. And for me, it clearly was landing on her face. Luckily, it hit the mask. Had it not been for that, who knows what would have happened. You mean that she's wearing a mask even though nobody else is in the studio, right? Maybe. Could be that. I don't know. Y'all sick. So did I. And so luckily there were no males who identified as being male in the gym at that moment. Imagine if had they been caught on camera. Perhaps they would have come to her aid. They would have lifted the bar off of her. People would have said, "Oh, we saw you looking at her." Imagine if somebody had been in the gym during this kerfuffle. Perhaps a guy would have been canceled. Imagine being caught on film thinking a female needed your assistance. "Why you come spot me? I had it. You doing that because I'm female? You think I can't handle myself in the gym? How dare you?" Brazzers, scriptwriters taking notes. And so perhaps that's the theme of an upcoming Brazzers film. Woman goes to the gym, can't lift a weight. Male walks up and spots her. I don't think that'll work. People say, "Oh, you're a male spotting someone, you got to be canceled." If you're benching heavy alone, don't lock your weights to the bar so you can tilt the weight off. Frankly, yes, that probably would have been a solution. However, it can make the weight very unstable as you're lifting. Perhaps you're not lifting with perfect form, and so the weights can wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. That's a song. Wiggle, wiggle. And so I do normally recommend you practice safe sets, have safety collars on each side. But to me, is the solution not simple? She literally has a safety rack right there. That is the ideal bench press to use. And so this woman training on her own, and yes, I do believe it's a woman, although she doesn't state so. I do believe I can say this. I'm not certain. And so please forgive me if it's a female identifying as a male. I don't want to say the wrong pronoun. But she has the ideal bench set up. You can, in fact, train the bench press alone with no spotter if you do have the safety racks in place. Of course, I'd recommend you have a spotter as well. But the safety racks pretty much guarantees you can't do any damage. You can't lift a weight, the bar falls on the rack, and you don't get hurt. Thank God she had the mask on. I was hoping I'd read this. That's the exact comment I would have made. I would have posted it for a second. Thank God she had the mask on. 452 people think exactly like Coach Greg. Out of the 16,000 plus comments, 452 agree with you. Women are just as strong as men. They're independent. And so, no, they are in fact not. And that's the point. Had it have been a man or somebody who identified as a man, they would have been clearly that much stronger. And with heavier weights come greater danger, more likely to lose a tooth on dropping a bench press. These are real. I haven't read these in advance. These are real comments. Listen to this. Guys would help, but will be targeted for disrespecting her in some way, so they choose not to help. Best of luck. Hopefully a female is passing by to not only notice the dilemma you're in, but help lift the bar off you. Imagine being a guy coming to her aid and being shamed on TikTok. How dare you? Almost feels like a thirst trap. I see what you did there. A thirst trap? What could that person possibly think of? You think this was staged pretending to drop the weight on her mask, avoiding injury, only to then squirm around under the bar, shaking the legs back and forth, up and down, trying to get the bar off her? Of course not. No one would ever do that. And so clearly, let this be a warning. Use the safety rack. It's there for a reason. But just because it's there, you have to actually use it. You have to take the peg out, raise the bar, put the peg back in. Then you can lift mask-free without having fear you're going to crush your face. Subscribe, click that bell button, comment for the algorithm. Did you like the video? Did you like it? If you did, give it a like. Come on, like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment, boost the algorithm. Don't forget, cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team. You know we want all of it. Head over to the website, free diet and training program, over 50 pages. Got tons of energy at that scoop of pre-workout. Hardcore stim. Get it now. Code Greg, 10% off. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IB Pro. Watch the bloops, and until next time, I am out.